What's going on, everybody? It's your boy John Altidor with my boys Vlad and Barry. What's good, fellas?
Yeah, what's going on, man?
You chilling?
Hey,
bro?
what's up? What's up?
Yeah,
What's
man.
poppin'?
Not much, man. You know, we had to go the online route this week because we're trying to do our part, social distancing ourselves. I know we all want to be in the studio right now doing what we do, but to help ourselves, we gotta protect ourselves. You know what I'm saying? So let's protect ourselves and each other. What's going on with y'all? How y'all doing?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm glad you proposed this because I was thinking about it all week, and I know we wanted to give the fans this podcast, but I know that being together wasn't the best idea. So I'm glad you brought this up. We each at home. I'm sorry, the fans, for how this is gonna sound. It's not gonna have the same sound quality that last week had, but we're gonna give it our best to provide you guys this content.
Yeah, for sure, man. You, Barry?
Yeah, I'm doing good. Just hanging in there. It was a long week, but they definitely did my best to get through, this tough week that transpired. And, it is unfortunate that we can't all be in the studio together as we would like to. But I mean, it definitely is understandable why, we have to go the online route and do the video today. So, it's nice that we can give our fans and audience a little something different for them to check out and listen to. And we'll definitely just have to do our best to put out the best content and the best episode we can for our fans. And it's good that we're able to protect ourselves and make sure that all three of us are safe, and and then also the people that we live with and are around us on a daily basis are safe too. So definitely, health and safety is the first priority through this tough, times that we're going through. So I'm glad that you suggested, John, that we had go this route for this week, and we do a little bit something different.
Yeah, I mean, you said it's been a long week. I think it's been a long month. Like, we're still in March, bro. Like, I don't understand.
Crazy, right?
I'm
right.
like, dude,
right.
Is March over yet? Because this situation, we need to get over that like quick.
That's crazy. I didn't even think about it. Like
how long has this month been?
I know the fact that we're all home, not doing shit, like trying to work from home, but we know how that goes. That shit never works. Like, it never works like when you're working at the office. So it's been a long month. You're right. I know today's the 29th, so we still have we only have a couple more days in March. But it feels as though March been there for like 2 months already.
No, it's crazy. It's crazy.
No, for real, I agree with that, Vlad. It has felt like an extremely long month that's taken forever, and I felt like it's been like at least 2 months that have gone by, and I know I'm looking forward to it being over and getting to April, because it's been way too long of a month and dragged on for forever, since most of us haven't really been doing too much, and been at home. I mean, I've had to go to work still, since I do security, so you can't really do security from home, so I still have to show up. And No. How do you do security from the house?
Yeah. I'll just call in.
Yeah, I put a camera out there. I put a camera out there. I'm looking to the camera.
I'm on Zoom video security.
I know. I wish I could do that. I wish my boss in the company I work for could let me do that. That would be great and be awesome if I could do security from home and still get paid and still get my hours. And,
yeah.
Oh man, I'd love that. I'm probably gonna propose that the next time I go into work and bring that up. I don't know if they're gonna take me seriously, but I mean it's worth a shot. You never know.
No, don't get fired, Barry.
Yeah, I was joking.
No, I know. We're just playing around. I know y'all were just joking. So it's all good. I'm probably not gonna mention it, but I mean it's funny that y'all brought that up because I didn't really think about that.
Don't probably just don't mention it. All right.
No, I won't. I got you, bro. I won't.
Yeah, they're gonna say you can go home now, Barry.
And not gonna pay me or give me any hours for the day, right?
Yeah. Speaking of that, I think
call me back.
Right. Speaking of that, I think because we always say life is too short. Because that's because we all working so much. We always working, so it seems like we don't have that much time, and then now we have it. It's like everything's slow.
Everything is mad slow. I ain't complaining though. I like it slow, so I ain't complaining.
Listen, I've been getting good sleep, man.
I feel the same here.
This was an unwanted vacation, but it was well needed.
Yep. Oh yeah, we gonna feel well rested after this.
Yeah, I can't believe I'm gonna say I can't wait to get back into work. Yeah, right.
Well, we got one more month of this.
I
know.
We'll see. Not according to Trump. He thinks we can go back on Easter. Like, bro.
He just wants to play golf on Easter. That's why.
Yeah, that's the issue. But yeah, man, I'm glad.
And, speaking on vacations, my fault that I was actually supposed to go on a vacation this past week. I was supposed to go to Toronto and with one of my friends from Massachusetts and go meet up with a couple of other friends that live in Toronto. We're supposed to be there this week for the Red Sox Blue Jays opening day, and we're gonna stay there for a few days. We're gonna leave Boston on Wednesday and stay there until Saturday night. So we're gonna be there for a few days, and and it was gonna be a fun and exciting trip, but unfortunately, due to the circumstances that we're all going through at this point in time, we had to cancel the trip. We still were considering going to Toronto even after they announced that they were gonna cancel the game, but
you guys already got tickets for the game?
We did get tickets because we had planned this ahead, so we had been planning this since the beginning of January.
That's a bad hit.
This trip. So
hopefully they give your money. They give your money back.
Right. They give you your money back.
Yeah. We got a refund. So my friend from Toronto just gave me the money back for the tickets that I gave her. To get the ticket for me. So I did get a refund and compensated back for it. So, but yeah, that definitely was tough that, weren't able to go, and unfortunate because I was really looking forward to the trip and excited about it. But I mean, it is what it is. So yeah, but I'm sure I'll be able to have another opportunity and other chances down the road in the future to head over to Toronto and check out the city. So I heard it's a pretty cool and fun city. So yeah, I'll be there of living the B Money lifestyle eventually.
Right,
All right.
eventually.
Yo, John, what we talking about today?
Right. So, you know, we're still waiting for our sports, you know, with the whole coronavirus stuff, but we still got a lot of things we got to talk about because, first of all, the draft's coming up. You know, there's a lot of guys coming out. Did you guys get a chance to catch the combine at all?
Now I've been watching clips on some of the prospects that the Patriots might get, but I didn't catch the combine itself. But I've seen clips of some of the players that the Patriots might be interested in.
Yeah, Barry, you checking the draft out, the process?
Not really. To tell the truth, I haven't seen any of the combine. I've seen like some highlights of a few prospects that could you know be drafted by the Pats or go high in the draft this year. But yeah, as far as watching any of the combine stuff, I didn't check that out. But I think as we're getting closer to the draft now, I'm gonna start looking into that and really doing my homework and start looking more deeply as far as what what the Patriots are looking to do and what they draft prospects they're looking at, as well as the teams that are high in the draft and have a top pick as well. So
all right,
looking forward to the draft, and I'm glad that the NFL decided to still go along with the draft and not postpone it and keep it as is, on April 23rd through the 25th. So I'm glad that Goodell made that decision this week to still, go on with the draft.
Did you guys see Goodell's note? He was saying the draft is not being postponed, and anybody that has anything to say about it needs to keep their mouth shut because it's not gonna help it.
Yes, I did see that. That was awesome.
Isn't that some crazy shit?
Yeah, he's on that Trump juice.
I never seen that before. But what if somebody don't agree with it?
I mean, if I'm one of the guys that have to take part in this, I'd go to Joe Rogan route. Like you can have your event. I'm just not gonna be there.
Well, I don't know if they're gonna do it in person or if they're gonna do it online. Did you guys heard anything about that?
I just do it online. They
better do it online because if they don't do it online and they're saying nobody can say anything about it, that's pure dictatorship.
Listen, send some COVID negative people, camera guys to these prospects' houses, man. That's all you got to do.
Tell you, each player can set up a little camera at their house.
Exactly, just like we're doing right now.
That won't be a problem.
That won't be. Like, I'm sure they got the latest versions of every smartphone out there anyway.
They can ship it to everybody's house and an easy install camera. I hope they're not having people in one room together. I hope everything is being done online.
Right. No, they were supposed to be coming on boats, right?
Well, that's what they were supposed to be. That's what they were supposed to do before this.
Right.
Right. So what I heard about as far as how they're going to do the draft is that they're going to do it in a live studio where Goodell will pretty much just be like the only one in the studio announcing the picks, at least for the first night on Thursday, where they just do the first round. So he'll be in a live studio and pretty much announcing each of the first 32 picks, and I believe that they're not gonna have any of the top draft prospects in the room. They probably will just have the prospects, stay at home or go to another location with their family and friends, and have like do their own thing and have their own draft viewing parties like they usually do when with their families. So yeah, that's what, as far as I know, I've been hearing that they're gonna do the draft this year, and then probably the other nights they'll have different people come in the studio and announce the picks, but they're not gonna have like any of the draft prospects in the room and have them come up and and shake Goodell's hand after they've been drafted and selected by a team.
Let's talk about some of the prospects, though. I know you guys. I actually pay attention to the draft a lot every year. I try to watch a lot of the workouts. I try to stay up on who's coming out. At least on the first day. And
can I ask you guys something real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
What do you think is the Patriots' most important needs
right now?
Yeah.
I mean, they lost the biggest piece they could possibly lose this year, So I like the kid Stidham, but I would definitely go quarterback, man.
Quarterback.
And it's either that or O-line for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
For me, it's quarterback and linebacker.
Linebacker would be good, but I think we have some guys in the pipeline that you didn't really see too much of last year. That how the Patriots always stash some people, on the roster. They get in, 10 plays a game here, 10 plays a game there.
Yeah.
Nobody's talking about like Winovich from last year.
Yep.
He was coming on pretty good.
Yeah, but he's gonna play on the line more. He's gonna play like inside linebacker.
He's probably gonna replace Van Noy. On the edge.
So?
His edge responsibilities. Not the middle linebacker stuff.
But I'm talking about inside linebacker. After we lost Van Noy. We lost
Roberts, Landon Roberts,
Jimmy Collins. So after we need to replace that.
Yeah, no, we definitely. I don't think we're gonna go through the draft without picking up a linebacker. But I'm talking about in terms of like the number one needs.
QB is number one in your mind?
Absolutely. If they're unsure about the boy Stidham, QB got to be it.
Yeah, I think so too. I think QB is one of those positions you can never stop drafting on, just because you never know what the next guy is gonna be. So
right,
they definitely have to draft a quarterback.
But at the same time, Bill Belichick never does anything the fan base wants anyway. So
that's true.
Right.
He's probably gonna pick like a safety from like a third, what do you call it? A
D we never heard of before.
D3 safety you've never heard of before. Like what the hell, man? But that's what he does, So draft prospects is definitely we could definitely talk about the Patriots draft prospects. What I'm hearing is like you guys are saying, the quarterbacks. We've been linked to a few quarterbacks like Jake Fromm from Georgia, Jacob Eason from Washington, Jordan Love, I think, from Utah.
Jordan Love is Utah State.
Yeah. So if you guys are looking, I posted some of those on the Instagram. So if you're not following the Instagram is profans_sports. Okay. And follow us, please. But yeah, I've been posting about a few guys, and for me, I don't know. I really I'm thinking about Jordan Love. From Utah. I mean, I haven't done too much of the homework, but I've seen a few of his. I've seen a few things on the tape. People are comparing him to Mahomes, which I think is kind of don't do that.
Yeah, you can do that.
Why are we doing that?
Yeah,
you know?
right. That's not
Like,
fair to the
how,
kid.
how
Exactly.
long did it take us to get him a Mahomes, and now this kid is supposed to be the next one? You know, so it's like don't do that. Other guy I like is the Dark Horse. I like Jalen Hurts, man. In my
Jalen
opinion,
Hurts.
personally, I like Jalen Hurts.
You
Yes,
think the Patriots
but
have a shot at him?
I mean maybe, but he's climbing the charts. We'd have to maneuver. You know, we'd have to probably trade our pick and some other draft position.
A lot of a
This
lot of
year.
maneuvering.
Yeah, a lot of maneuvering. But also we got to think about fit too. I like the athletic quarterback guys, but you know how it looks like in New England, so we never know what they're thinking.
Yeah. I mean, are you done? Are you done with your quarterback? I have a couple.
You got a couple? Go ahead.
Well, so basically, I've been watching Jordan Love, Jacob Eason, and Justin Herbert.
Ooh, Herbert. Yeah, I heard Herbert too.
And Jordan Love, I think he has a pretty good arm, throws really deep.
Yeah.
He's pretty mobile. And also I like the fact that he's black. I'm just a big fan of black quarterback. I don't think we have a lot in the NFL, and I think there's a stereotype that quarterback has to be white. And so the more black quarterback I see, the more excited I get. Jacob Eason, he's good. He's really good. He has a quick release. He can make all the throws, soft throws, deep throws, really hard throws. Like, I think I like him a lot.
One thing I don't like about him.
What?
He looks like Brady Quinn.
Is that what you think?
Really?
Quinn? Yeah, no, like I look at his pictures and I look how he holds the ball, he throws it. He reminds me of Brady Quinn, and I'm like, I don't like that guy.
I don't know. He reminds me of the opposite.
It's funny, John. I just seen a picture of Jacob Easton, and you're right. Legit, I saw him in helmet and pads and the ball in his hand, and it's the same exact way that Brady Quinn used to hold it when he played. That's hilarious that you brought that up.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I was watching his highlights, and I thought he looked more like Garoppolo for me. I felt like the quick release for me was number one. I really like that, and also when I was watching his highlights, it wasn't all deep throws, because a lot of those highlights, they just show you like the deep throws, you know, like the explosive play. And
I mean, it's a highlight.
That's cool. That's cool and all, but I want to see like the intermediate throw, like the tough throws in a small window. And I saw a lot of that from Jacob Eason. Justin Herbert was good. He was really mobile. He was running a lot, but I feel as though he scrambled too much. A lot of time he stepped back. He took too long to get rid of the ball. He was running away from pressure, like, which is good. I mean, you want somebody to be a little bit mobile, but he was too mobile for me. So out of those three guys that I think the Patriots might be interested, Jacob Eason is the most likely, the one I like the most. I mean, whichever one of those guys will work, but if I had the choice, Jacob Eason would be my choice.
For me, I really like Jordan Love, but I'm thinking about our system and what McDaniels has done in the past, and I feel like he'd have to come up with a whole new scheme. It's either that or Bill replaces him with somebody new with fresh blood. Other than that, I really like, for what we do as far as the Patriots, I really like Jake Fromm.
Okay.
I really like Jake.
I haven't looked at Jake Fromm too much.
I mean, he's played in a big division, big school. He's seen some, pretty high intensive situations. I think he can perform under the bright lights. I don't know. You got some good intangibles for me.
Okay. And what school he comes from?
Georgia.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, B Money, you got anything?
Yeah. So, the prospects that stood out to me at the quarterback position were yeah, Justin Herbert. You know, I like his game a lot. You know, he has a big arm that allows him to throw downfield and challenge those tight windows. And, you know, I feel like that's definitely an important quality to have as an NFL quarterback, like you said, because you're going to throw into a lot of tight coverages and a lot of tight windows when, you know, during the game. So you got to be able to, you know, put your ball placement has to be on point and be able to put the ball in the right spots where your, you know, guy can only get it and not the cornerback or the defensive player on the coverage. So I like that quality about him. You know, he's also accurate in short, mediate, and intermediate levels, which is, you know, good. Another good quality because, you know, the quarterback we just lost was good at particularly that quality, those short, quick passes, and you know, those intermediate routes are certainly part of Josh McDaniel's offense that any quarterback is going to need to be good at and excelling in order to be successful. So I liked him. I did like, you know, Jordan Love as well. As you know, this kid does have a lot of talent and is, you know, pretty accurate, you know, with good mechanics. He definitely is also good at extending plays and, you know, creating, you know, plays, you know, with his athleticism and with his feet, which is definitely a really good quality to have and important, especially with this, you know, era of the, you know, NFL. You know, there's not too really many guys that are just pocket passers and can't really make plays outside the pocket or throw on the run. So that's good that he's able to do that. And also extend the plays when necessary. And yeah, and I think, you know, his ability to, you know, be an effective runner when the plays break down, it is goes so good. You know, a guys, you know, like Russell Wilson, you know, who when plays break down and there's nothing there, they still are able to, you know, make from nothing to something. They're still able to, you know, have those positive plays where they gain positive yardage instead of getting sacked and or, you know, having a play where there's, you know, negative yardage involved. So that's another good thing I like about him and what he brings to the table.
I was gonna ask Barry one question. Do you have a favorite prospect that you'd like the Patriots to get?
I'd probably say out of those three, I'd probably say Herbert. I'd like for them to get. I like the most out of those three, even though you know, I did like Jordan Love a lot. I'd probably say, you know, Herbert, but they're gonna need to obviously really trade up in order to get Herbert, since he's a top three you know, prospect. So I think realistically they'd have a better shot at, you know, getting Jordan Love, since they're not expected to select till the 23rd pick. So but
they got Justin Herbert going 7 right now.
Yep.
That's
really high. Damn. Wow.
We have to go up there.
What's picking number 7?
I have no idea what the order is right now. I can actually pull that up. Yeah, but I think it's interesting that all three of us have a different
quarterback that we're favored for.
Yeah. You know, so I like that. Hopefully, you know, we can get one of those people we're talking about, and hopefully they don't choke.
We'll see. We'll see who's the better scout.
Huh?
We'll see who's the better scout.
I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. You're going to put our scouting skills to the test. And
number 7 right now is the Chargers. I mean, the Panthers.
The Panthers?
Yeah.
They're not picking a quarterback.
They have
right, exactly.
Oh no, they actually just signed PJ Walker and Bridgewater.
Yeah, so they're not picking a quarterback.
Right, exactly. So they're good at quarterback. Yeah, they don't need any other quarterbacks on their roster.
Wait, are they good at quarterback though?
Yo, they just traded for Bridgewater and they got a backup. I don't think they're picking one right now.
You guys
exactly.
You guys trust Bridgewater?
I love Bridgewater.
Yeah, I do.
I love Bridgewater.
You said I love Bridgewater.
Yeah, like for real, I love that guy.
I think he should be the guy to be the starter there.
If he didn't get injured a couple of years ago, he would have still been in Minnesota and he would have still been the starter there.
You think he would have? You think he would have taken his team to the chip instead of Kirk Cousins?
You know, that's kind of hard to say. Like, going to the championship takes so much. You know, like,
think about it.
Your coaches has to be good. Your defense has to be good. I just think he's a very reliable quarterback, and he's a franchise quarterback. So I think if he's in the right situation with the right coach, I think he can do really good. He went. Didn't he go 5-0 last year with the Saints?
But that was with
exactly.
The
he did.
I like that guy.
No,
listen,
you're right about that because this guy was undefeated and had played 5 games when Drew Brees got hurt with that thumb injury, and in all those 5 games he won, and not only did he win, but he played very well, and I remember he even beat Seattle at Seattle.
Okay, so I think we've given our thoughts on the rookies we like, and as well as Bridgewater. Rookie of the year, you guys have any idea who you think the rookie of the year is going to be this year?
Next year?
This year.
Yeah, for the upcoming season.
Yep.
That's tough. It's really tough to make that prediction right now.
Right.
You know,
I mean, it's usually a quarterback.
More often, it's a quarterback or a running back. And I guess if I had to pick, if my hand are ties, the gun is at my head, and they say you got to pick somebody right now, I'm gonna pick Joe Burrow. But you know, that's just really hard to say right now.
Yeah. I don't know. There's a few guys for me. There's Joe Burrow, maybe a Chase Young, you know, defensive end coming out of Ohio.
Yeah.
He looked crazy. You know,
how often does a defensive player get the rookie of the year though?
I mean, we see Bosa do it. Bosa
was good. You're right.
You know,
did he get defensive player of the year or defensive rookie of the year?
Because that's defensive rookie of the year and offensive rookie of the year.
Right. He got defensive rookie of the year. No, that's true.
Right, and Kyler Murray got the offensive one.
Rookie of the year,
yeah. So it could be like Joe Burrow and like Chase Young or something. But I do like CeeDee Lamb, the wide receiver.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I think he's coming out of Oklahoma. So Vlad.
Yep.
We can continue the conversation while Barry gets situated right now.
Yeah.
One thing I wanted to let's just keep talking about free agency, right? We have the draft coming up. It's cool. And then we are in the middle of the NFL free agency right now, right? And we've seen some pieces move since the free agency started, right?
Yeah.
So we've seen Bridgewater going to the Panthers, and
Yes, sir.
then most shockingly, we saw Cam Newton get released by.
That's crazy to me. It's not only that he got released, but they were trying to orchestrate. They were trying to orchestrate a trade.
Yeah.
And they were working with his agent and trying to orchestrate a trade, but obviously that didn't happen. And also, he came out and said that he didn't want to trade.
Yeah.
The team decided to trade him, so that whole thing got messy out there. And I think they did him wrong by not releasing him earlier in the year, like right after the season was over. Now most of the pieces have been put together. You know what I mean? So I think they did him wrong. And for somebody that was an MVP, such a great quarterback, I think he's being treated unfairly. I hope he gets a good job. I right now, I saw that he's projected to go to the Chargers. I like the Chargers for him. Hopefully he goes there. It'll be awesome if he can go there and be their quarterback for the next, I don't know, 5 to 6, 7 years.
I mean, we know that he'd have good receivers with the Chargers.
Exactly.
They just lost their running back, but they can definitely draft one or trade for one if they want.
Yeah.
The place I was thinking for him until they signed Nick Foles with Chicago. Because.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I mean, I think Chicago is a tough place to play as far as like the weather and it's just a rugged city, man. And those people are passionate and they get on you. They get on you. But they definitely have the best defense out there. And I think their coach is pretty smart, Nagy.
Yep.
I think their coach is pretty smart and has a good head on his shoulders. So I think he could definitely help bring dude to the next level.
I don't know what Chicago is thinking. If I have to pick between Cam Newton or Nick Foles, Cam Newton is the answer. Nick Foles is a backup quarterback at best. I know he came in. He beat the Patriots, which sucks. But I think like as a franchise quarterback, I don't think that's what he is. I think he's a backup quarterback. I don't think he's gonna have like that great of a season that Chicago is gonna be satisfied with their pick. I think they should have won with Cam Newton, and I think they're gonna regret it.
Well, I mean, listen, I try to tell a lot of people because after he won the Super Bowl, they were trying to pick Nick Foles over Carson Wentz, and
that is
the stupidest
argument I've ever heard.
I was like, what are you thinking? Like, do you realize like Carson Wentz went like 11-3 before he left, and
exactly.
Then Nick Foles came in and he caught fire at the end of the year.
Exactly.
Like, look at his track record. Everywhere he's gone, he's been a backup or he's been replaced.
Exactly.
Shoot, you got replaced by Gardner Minshew. All right, a guy named Gardner Minshew. So I don't know what they're thinking. This is a guy that was close to he was retiring. He was starting like a job as like a substitute teacher or something like that. I don't know what
is that true?
He has some kind of weird story where he was like on the brink of retiring, and trying to move his operations elsewhere. Because remember he was under Jeff Fisher with the Rams for a while, and then he wasn't being utilized, and he got. I don't know if he got cut again. I don't know what happened, but he was like, all right, this is it for me. The career is over kind of thing. And then boom, he gets signed by Philly, and then he caught fire, and I don't know, man, beat Tom Brady when he's thrown the most yards in the Super Bowl history. That was absolutely crazy to me.
Yeah,
And I hated that they also copied the Patriots plays and but they still want to talk about how they're that great and stuff I'm like, come on, bro. Like, you're stealing stuff from Patriots playbook, okay? All right, and the way the game was called was definitely not the same, or it was definitely not consistent throughout the year. Because some stuff that they were calling in the Super Bowl, I'm like, all right, man, this has happened all year, and you didn't call it.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
The NFL is a copycat league, so the Patriots they copy the Patriots. I don't have a problem with that. What I have a problem is Chicago picking Nick Foles. Like, really, if I know Cam Newton is about to be a free agent, that's a hot commodity. Like, I know a lot of teams think Cam Newton is this superstar. He doesn't want to work hard. He just want to dress nice and wear nice hats. But he's
wear goofy ass hats.
Yeah, but that's him. Who cares? As long as he's playing well on the field, he's gonna be good. I think a lot of people think he's washed, and I don't think he's washed. So I think he's gonna come back. As long as he's healthy, he's gonna come back and prove a lot of people wrong.
Look, I like Cam, but I don't think his 2015 form is gonna come back.
You don't think he's ever gonna go back to that?
Nah, man. I mean, the older you get,
he's not that old though, John.
He's not that old, but I'm saying, I don't think he's gonna rewind the clock and go back to slamming bodies with everybody like he was doing in the first couple of years.
Oh no, I don't. As far as the running goes, I don't think he's gonna be running. But I think.
But he's at his best when he does that.
Yo, bro, he's 30. You don't think he can have a couple more good years?
Of course, he's a quarterback. He can have 10 more good years if you want.
I think.
But I'm saying I think he has to change his game though.
He might have to change his game. You're right.
He definitely has to become more of a pocket passer. Use your legs when you have to, bro. Don't do it at all times because he's no Lamar Jackson. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Lamar takes a lot of hits, but his body is different. His body type's different. He's more wiry. He can bend a little bit more.
Yeah.
Cam Newton is 6'5", chiseled, built dude. Them dudes, they trip over something and their ankle broke. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I think he has to change his style in order to reach his potential. I definitely wouldn't go away from running. When you're down on the goal line or something, that's when you do your stuff.
Exactly.
But taking off and taking those hits, take off and slide, man. You don't got to take those hits. Don't be like Robert Griffin, the worst slider in history of the sport. Other guy we need to talk about is Jameis Winston, man. I think we talked about him a little bit on our first show, about because Tom Brady is coming in and he just threw for 5,000 yards and he's a free agent now. I've seen a lot of reports that he's not going to get a starting job this year, which I think is kind of Nick Foles has a starting job and Jameis Winston doesn't.
You know why? Nick Foles is a Super Bowl winning quarterback.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. I can't believe he gets to say that for the rest of his life.
Exactly.
I won my
exactly
Super Bowl
why he
against the greatest player of all time.
Huh?
It's I won my Super Bowl against the greatest player of all time. There's only 2 players in life that can ever say that.
I know. Him and Eli Manning.
Manning won 2.
And 2 of the worst quarterbacks I've ever seen.
Yeah, absolutely. These guys have, I don't know, man. They're non-athletic. They look soft.
They throw interception like it's touchdowns.
Yes. They look weak. At all times. I don't know. I think it's hilarious.
But let's focus on Jameis. Where do you think he's gonna end up? What do you think is the best situation for him?
Man, best situation for him.
Yeah, like where do you think he can go to be? Because obviously we know he's not gonna start, but we know he has to go somewhere, be a backup, and wherever he goes and be a backup, it has to be a situation where he can work his way either to become a starter or fight for the starting job.
He needs to go somewhere stable. That's the one thing, you know, somewhere that, you know, that's not unstable, like where it has some structure for him.
Yeah.
Now I'm just looking at all teams and thinking who can actually pick him up. And right now I don't really see anything unless Miami wanted to, you know, forego picking a quarterback in the draft, which, you know, they're projected to like take Tua or something like that. But
okay.
That's the one team I see right now. Of course, you have Jacksonville, but they don't. Who's at receiver? They barely have anybody at receiver.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that works. And you know, with if you got one of the best receiving corps in the league and you're throwing 30 interceptions, I don't know what you're gonna do with a receiving corps that's not up to par like that.
Exactly.
I don't see anywhere that Jameis can go this year, man.
Well, he has to go. He has to go somewhere, and he has to go somewhere and be.
I mean, I can see Tennessee picking him up just as a backup.
Yeah, he has to go. He has to go somewhere and be a backup or fight for the starting job. And it's hard to imagine. Maybe I don't know. Maybe he can go to Cincinnati or something.
Man, Cincinnati's cursed, bro. I don't know. You know.
Oh, you know where he could go? You know where I would like him to go?
Where?
Pittsburgh.
Ooh, Pittsburgh is not bad, but then they got the backups. You know,
exactly. Pittsburgh, and you have Tomlinson. Tomlinson take care of guys. He gets guys right. So I think Pittsburgh would be a nice place for him to go. Because we don't know what Big Ben is gonna look like.
But their offensive coordinator is kind of iffy to me in Pittsburgh. His name Haley.
Oh yeah. But
yeah, Haley's definitely iffy to me. I'm gonna say something you would never think of.
Okay.
Green Bay.
I thought of Green Bay while I was thinking about it.
Green Bay, because like Aaron Rodgers gets hurt. You know,
that's true.
He gets hurt, and he hasn't been doing too much the last couple of years either. So I don't know. I like Green Bay as a backup, of course, because you're not going to come in.
Anywhere he goes, he's going to be a backup.
Yeah. But I'm saying somewhere he's going to go and actually have a chance. I think the better business decision for him is probably signing with a Jacksonville, but then he's coming out of Florida, and that's in Florida too. So I don't know how fond of him they are in Florida. Period.
Well, let me ask you a question. What about the Rams? Because
with Jared Goff,
I don't like Jared Goff.
That's definitely a spot.
I don't like Jared Goff. I think Jared Goff sucks, to be honest. I think he's a below average quarterback. and I think if you go over there and you compete against Jared Goff, once Jared throw like a couple more interceptions than he should, maybe he gets in.
Yo, I want to shout out DJ Dog 617 on IG. You know, he's putting in some comments right now.
Nice.
He was talking about Foles and Eli. He's like, 2 lucky ass passes in Hall of Fame defense won. And when it comes to Eli, so I agree with that. Shout outs to you. But yeah, no, I definitely like him with the Rams, man.
That would be, yeah, I think that'd be a place where, because the coach over there, he's an offensive genius, so I think that'll work for him. The other player that I wanted to talk about, John, was Jadeveon Clowney.
Jadeveon Clowney.
He's a free agent, and nobody has picked him up yet.
Maybe the Patriots can make a splash.
You know this this is what I was. If somebody was still here, I would have said that. Because if somebody was here, I would have said he can come here, come on a prove-it deal, and basically win a Super Bowl or something, and then he would have gotten paid wherever else he goes. You know what I'm trying to say?
Mm-hmm.
But I think the Patriots are such in a rebuilding mode right now that they're not even trying to do that.
Yeah.
I think what he should do is go somewhere, get on a cheap deal, a prove-it deal, like maybe go to Tampa, like, you know what I mean, go somewhere where they're trying to win a Super Bowl, and then go deep in the playoff, play really well, and then you can come back on a prove-it deal and then get paid.
Yeah. I mean, why is Clowney like still a free agent? Because I feel like last year he came on pretty well.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know why he's a free agent.
Like, he was playing hurt last year on Seattle, and he was still. Yes, sir, Barry. We see you. Oh, I was talking about Jadeveon Clowney, and I said maybe we can make a splash. Bill Belichick can make a splash. He's like, a splash with a what? Cap room. It's like, yo, he's not lying. We have no cap room at all.
Yeah, but so my thing about the cap room is that Bill Belichick can maneuver the cap room however he wants. He can extend somebody. He can make space in the cap room. The only reason why I don't think he's gonna do it is we're not on the year that like we try and get somebody because we're close to going back to the Super Bowl or something like that. So that's why I don't think he's gonna do it. But as far as cap goes, believe me, he can maneuver that thing however he needs.
Yeah. I mean, I've heard a lot of interesting ideas. A lot of people think that trading Joe Thuney, offensive lineman, because we just franchised him, would alleviate a lot of space for us.
Can you? Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
I mean, I think he's a guard, so they're not. I don't want to say not that important, but they're more important positions on the line.
Let me say this though: is he important? How important is he? Because Belichick just franchised him. Shouldn't you franchise one of the most important players on your team?
I mean, he's been one of the most consistent linemen we've had the last 3 years.
What for franchising?
I mean, dude, he played I think 1 year he played every single snap.
All I'm saying is franchise a better player.
Huh?
I would have rather than franchise somebody else than him, but
really, who would you franchise? Who do we have to franchise?
I mean, I really don't know, but what I really wish is that I wish we kept Tom Brady.
That we should get Tom Brady?
I wish we kept him.
Yeah, shit has sailed.
Barry's gone again.
Yeah.
All right, what's next topic? Let's move on to the next topic.
Any other big names out there?
Nah, Jadeveon Clowney was the one guy that came up to mind. I don't have anybody else right now.
No. I don't. Let me see here.
What do you think the future hold for the Patriots this year? Like, how do you think we're gonna do? Are we gonna make the playoffs? Are we gonna be what's the record for the year? 6-10, 10-4, 10-6. Like, what do you think?
I'm hearing a lot of 6 and 10s and whatnot. I'm usually more on the optimistic side of things, you know, as far as the Patriots go, and I think that's probably due to the fact that we've had Tom Brady for so long.
Exactly.
You know? So I think he masked a lot of things that could have happened to us as far as like our team and us collapsing. I think he kept a lot of what we have intact, you know, with his play, with him elevating everybody, and things like that. But I'm also thinking about Bill Belichick, man, and the way his mind works and how he can maneuver teams. You know, even with a Matt Castle, bro, he won 11 games. Don't get me wrong, we still had the 2007 roster.
Exactly.
Right? But who's to say any quarterback's going to come in and actually be able to do anything? You know, and Matt Castle did get signed to KC and started a couple quality seasons. So I think, you know, he had some talent too, right? We don't have anything nearly to what 2007 was this year.
Exactly.
Right? But I don't know. I feel like we can go 8-8, 9-7. That's where I'm at.
Especially after shipping so many guys from the defense out. If we were coming back with the same defense and I know the defense was gonna be good, I would have give them like 10-6 or something. But with us shipping so many guys from the defense out, I think I'm still gonna say 10-6. But it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard to make the playoff. I think some of the teams in the AFC East have gotten better, so it's gonna be a tough run this year.
Yeah. So I think a lot of people have seen the defensive departures, right? They've seen the defensive departures and they look at last year's team and how good the defense was. And I think a lot of people forget that we had really good depth last year. You know, for everybody that's left, I can think of somebody that can step up and replace. You know what I'm saying? Coming from like a Duran Harmon, right?
Yeah.
You got Terrence Brooks that was playing on the team.
Okay.
And I think Harmon was definitely there because he had the experience. Right? I think that's why he was starting and doing his thing because he had the experience. But I think Terrence Brooks, he's a baller too.
Okay.
Right?
So you think he's going to be able to step in and fill in that role with no problem?
I think so, man. We still have Patrick Chung too.
Yeah, Patrick Chung doesn't play that role though. He plays more on the inside for like run stopping and stuff and
run stopping and going against the linebacker.
Yeah.
Yeah, the tight ends. I'm stupid. We also got the big safety, big corner, Juwan Williams. You know, who's coming back this year, and he can do some things. You know, and I watched his tape and I saw some stuff that he was doing last year, and I think he got a little chip on his shoulder too, because I think he got arrested with like a bunch of weed or something like that. So I think he's definitely going to be in the books this year. You know, not messing around. Van Noy left. We still have Juwan Bentley, right? And that kid, remember, he was starting as a rookie before he ruptured his bicep or something like that. So I think he can do some things now. You know, granted, I hope he can stay healthy and stay on the field, but I think that's a good replacement for Van Noy or Collins. And then Collins, we have the kid Calhoun, who the Patriots really kept on the roster because they saw some good things from him, and they didn't want him to end up anywhere. So I think we definitely have some defensive depth that people are not thinking about that are going to surprise some people.
So you think the defense is going to be as good as it was last year?
Listen, we almost had a historic defense last year. How many years has that happened?
It was the numbers were overinflated because of the teams we were playing.
Exactly. But how often, how many years does that happen, you know, where we have a team that's flirting with like historic numbers, you know, defensively anyway. So I don't think realistically you could expect for our defense to come back and be the same next year, like top 5 D next year.
Yeah,
I don't, I think we can still be top 10 defense. Honestly, even with the departures that we have, we still have some good pieces.
Well, I'm looking forward to Bill Belichick's genius, because remember, before Belichick became a head coach, everybody was like, "Oh, he's such a defensive genius," and I'm not saying he's not. I just want to see that in play right now. Right now, we don't have the greatest quarterback in the world anymore, so let me see you put that defensive genius mind to work. Hey Barry, can you hear us?
Barry's frozen.
Barry's frozen.
No, there you go. I can see his eyes.
Can you hear us, Barry?
Yeah, Barry's definitely gonna have to secure a computer for next one.
This is not gonna work. All right, so we've been recording for an hour and 7 minutes. You want to talk some NBA?
Some NBA, right? Some NBA. Las Vegas playoffs.
Yeah. So basically, what came out is that the NBA's think, because they host their summer league in Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
They host a summer league in Vegas, and they're thinking of having the playoffs down there. And basically, it's gonna be what they're thinking about is 3 rounds. First round is best out of 5.
Mm-hmm.
All 30 team best out of 5, and they're trying to see best out of 5 so that players can get back into shape, get back into playing, and then second round is single elimination round, so 1 game elimination, and then from there best out of 5 in the finals.
Wow.
That's crazy,
interesting.
Right?
That's pretty interesting.
It is.
Barry, you were just saying for the next one, you're definitely gonna have to be on a computer.
Yeah, for sure. No doubt. I'm definitely gonna have to get access to a computer for the next show. If we don't do it in studio. So yeah, no, I agree with that.
Yeah. That's crazy. So we're just talking about the Las Vegas playoffs. I don't know. I think definitely I'm all in on anything that's gonna change the format for the NBA playoffs. Just if they come back, because this year is definitely not a year like any other, right? So I don't see why we couldn't implement something for the rest of the season to one, bring in max revenue to the NBA, and 2, just like I think the NBA would definitely get our interest, whenever they come back, just because we've been missing it, you know. But it definitely can't go on as scheduled just because we've lost so much time. I don't know. It's going to be interesting because the players, right now they've been off for a couple of weeks now. And I know they're at home working out, doing their little TikToks and dancing and all that bull crap. But they're definitely not gonna come back in shape.
Yeah, they're gonna need more than a week to get back in basketball shape. Like they're gonna be in shape for like athletes, but basketball shape, running around, having their hamstrings get back into shape, I think that's gonna take like at least a couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So for
sure.
Those first couple of games are gonna look sloppy, especially on offense.
No, absolutely. I definitely agree with that. They're gonna need to have a little like tune up, to play a few games just to get shake off the rust, get their feet wet, and like you said, get back into basketball shape and get back into playing again, because it's going to be a while that, they have at least a couple months that they haven't been able to play, in game speed, any kind of basketball. So, as you know, you can't simulate that even in practice. So, it's definitely going to take a little while for them to, get back to playing at the level they were before the hiatus and the season got suspended. But I definitely agree that there needs to be changes to the playoffs. I like to see, you them do the first round, the best of 5. I definitely agree with that. To shorten that up, because most of those series only end up going 4 or 5 games anyway. So, and are already, short to begin with, even, doing the best of 7. So, yeah, that's certainly something that I, would like to see happen for this upcoming playoffs. And yeah, I mean, it'd be pretty cool if they did it in Vegas or some location like that. That wouldn't be a bad idea.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I didn't think they would. I didn't think they would change the playoffs. The way the playoff system, but I'm glad they're changing it. It's gonna be different. It's gonna be interesting, but it's also gonna be fun because a lot of teams that wouldn't have been in the playoffs are gonna be in the playoffs now, especially that first round best out of 5. So if a team like Cleveland knocks out somebody out, that's gonna be crazy. It's gonna make history. So it should be fun to see. And also having it in one city, make sure that there's no coronavirus being spreading around. So it should be interesting to watch if they do it. They haven't formally come out and say they're gonna do it, but it's a thought that they're having.
oh, okay, I see.
And I
I
think
see.
and I think if they're having it, it's gonna be without fans. But we'll see.
I
Oh,
mean,
damn, that would suck. That would be unfortunate if they do have without fans, because, as you know, particularly in the playoffs, fans are a huge part of playoff basketball, as far as like the energy and excitement and the atmosphere that they bring uh, in the arena every single night. And, those teams and players and coaches, they kind of beat off of that, particularly, once games are close and, and in the fourth quarter in crunch time, that it's certainly a factor. So it'll suck and not be the same if they do have the playoffs without fans, because there's nothing like playoff basketball. I love, going to playoff basketball games at the Garden, and or just watching them on TV and seeing how intense and into it, the fans, get, and the energy that they, bring into the game. But I mean, they might have to do it this year with everything that's going on, but it definitely won't really be the same and as exciting, with the fans on in the arena for the playoffs. So we'll see what happens and what they decide to do as far as allowing friends to come into the arena to watch the games.
Yes, sir.
I love fans, and we're fans ourselves. But dude, I don't care. I just want some basketball. All right. Like, I don't care if they have to play it at LeBron's house. Just bring. Like, let's all go to LeBron's house. I don't care what's going on. I just want to watch the game.
Yeah, I've been.
Right?
Yeah, I've been.
No, I agree with that.
I've been watching a lot of highlights lately, just because I've been missing sports.
Yeah.
You guys want to talk about that Big Three Big Brother partnership?
Yeah, can you actually explain what the heck that is?
So basically, what they're gonna be doing is they're gonna have 16 players living in a couple of houses or whatever.
Yeah.
And they're gonna have a 3-week competition. And during the 3-week competition, they're gonna have referees, and they're gonna all be living in the same house. So it's gonna be a basketball competition with a reality TV portion to it. So they're gonna play basketball, but you're also gonna see them living their lives throughout the day.
Yeah.
So I'm about it. I love the idea, especially the fact that we have no other sports happening. I'm excited about it.
No, I like that a lot, actually. I think shout out to Ice Cube though, because
oh yeah, for sure.
He's like, whatever's happening, this dude, he's always thinking about like something different.
Yeah,
something innovative to like. He's always finding like a little niche for himself. This guy came from gangster rap to Are We There Yet? So it's like this dude, he's versatile. I like that. I don't know. Good for him, man. And I hope it's successful, and make sure everybody's tested negative for everything that's in there.
Yeah, so they're gonna test everybody before they go inside the house, so that, and also the people that are inside the house are gonna be the only people that are in there. So there's not gonna be any fans or anything like that. So it's gonna limit people's exposure to the virus. I think it's gonna be really fun. I think it's gonna take off because we have nothing to watch. So anybody that's like craving sports is gonna tune in.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. No, for sure. I definitely like the idea. It definitely seems like creative and a fun and interesting idea to do for a reality TV show, and that seems pretty appealing. I would definitely certainly watch that. As being a big sports fan and really having more of a craving for sports and missing watching a lot of sports. Isn't anything going on live, only the highlights, and it's cool and nice watching the highlights, but you want to watch something live, and that's currently going on as at the moment. So we'll definitely tune in and check that out, and interested in seeing how that plays out and how how it goes. So it's a great idea. Shout out to Ice Cube on coming out with that idea to do a reality TV show that with the Big Three tournament. I enjoyed watching the Big Three when I was there a couple years ago when it was in Boston at the TD Garden. That was fun and cool thing to be able to experience and go to, and so it's nice to see that he was able to do something that currently that is safe for the players, the Big Three players that are going to be in it, and that's going to give people some entertainment and some sort of sports related content to be able to watch, since we're all missing that, the three of us, as well as all the rest of the sports world and sports fans that are out there.
What else we got on here, Vlad?
I mean, that's really it. I mean, I don't know if you guys wanted to talk about anything NHL or MLB related.
No, I mean, they're not doing anything right now. No.
Exactly. There's nothing to talk about as far as either one of those, leagues. Yeah, they haven't come out with any sort of news other than that the MLB is thinking that they could possibly come back either mid-May or June. But besides that, there's nothing really else that has come out as far as news in that league.
The only thing I want to say is I think the NHL should do the same thing the NBA is thinking about, the Las Vegas thing. Yeah, I think they should do the same thing. Go to one city, bring everybody to one city, and just do like a little championship, a little tournament style kind of playoff.
Yeah, I mean, listen. I don't care what goes on for the rest of the year, man. Just bring the sports back. All right, however y'all want to play.
Yeah, facts. Yes.
However you want to play, I'm gonna be watching. I'm ready. Somebody was telling me like, "Yo, you decided to start a podcast and then do sports."
You know what? You know what? It's gonna make us better.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, bro, I think it's
exactly right.
It's something that's needed right now, just because there isn't anything else for you to be, tuning into,
exactly.
To spectate. So I think it's definitely a good time for us to come together and create some content, because now we're content creators, right? And give the people some different perspectives. We're part of new media now, so we're trying to give them the good perspective and the realness and unbiased opinions, and we just want the truth, and we just want the sports, bro.
Yes, facts. Yes, bring the sports back. However way, I'm with John. You can bring it back in any way, shape, or form. Just please bring it back. We all need sports back in our lives, and we want to get back to watching and enjoying games on TVs in our homes, and
Right.
being able to actually just sit down and watch a game and enjoy it and not have to think about anything else that's going on in the world. I dearly and sincerely miss that feeling, and I just want the sports back at this point, whether they play with fans or without fans, or they have to do it in Vegas or in another place in the country or wherever. Like, just put it on and find a way to bring it back as soon as possible and as soon as it's safe for these sports games and events to go on, because we need this back in our lives, and we need to be able to talk about actual games and and be able to get back to to watching real live sports. So we just I'll pray every day from now on until they come back to just please let this coronavirus epidemic go away as soon as possible, so that we can get back to living our lives, living that Be Money lifestyle, because sports was a huge part of that Be Money lifestyle. So that's something that has been taken away, and that has been have had a huge hole. So let's just get back to doing what they're doing, what we enjoy doing, and what and what makes us all happy, and gives us that entertainment as fans that we desperately need.
All right.
Yeah, go ahead, Vlad. Oh, what I was gonna say is like, is there no place that doesn't have this virus? Like, can't they just like fly everybody to one secluded place that we can play our games there?
Well, I don't think any place want to receive anybody right now that potentially could be bringing this virus to, especially if you're a country that's not affected yet. You're not taking anybody from the outside right now. You're like, yo, stay away. We don't have it right now. We don't want you bringing it. So I think.
Listen. Just give us a big building. That's it. Somewhere.
I'm telling you, that's why they're gonna do Vegas. I think probably in June they're gonna do something in Vegas. I'm positive of it.
Let's hope that's the let's hope that's what's happening. You know, for the people that are watching or who want to tune in, you can definitely hit us up on social media. We're on Facebook /ProFans. We're also on Instagram, ProFans_sports. We're on YouTube, just YouTube ProFans Sports, and we'll come up. Subscribe. Right now, we need 2 more people on Facebook to actually reach 700 followers or 700 likes or whatever. So shout out to those people that are liking our page. We really appreciate it. And yeah, man, you know, so until next week, I'll catch you guys next week. And